general problem Vietnamese speakers of English have with English gliding vowels is that they don't realize that gliding vowels are actually made up of two sounds. The O is made up of an O and an U. The I has an A and an E, while the A is made up of an E and an E. This is why we also call gliding vowels diphthongs, where the D prefix means two. The word gliding means to move with a smooth and continuous motion. So the gliding part of gliding vowels refers to the characteristic of these sounds, whereby you have to glide or move smoothly from one vowel sound to the next. However, Vietnamese people usually only pronounce the first sound and skip the second one, especially when the gliding vowel is followed by a consonant. There are two specific mistakes that Vietnamese people make with the I and the A gliding vowels when speaking English. First, with the I vowel, the problem is that people in Vietnam say an A sound instead of the I sound. So they will say dumb instead of time, dumb instead of dime, and mum instead of mine. Second, with the A vowel, the problem is that Vietnamese speakers of English say an E or sometimes an E sound instead of the A sound. So they will say pen or pan instead of pain, men or man instead of may, and west instead of waste. Mispronouncing the A sound is probably the biggest problem of the errors in connection with gliding vowels. Because in English, we have a lot of words that have the A sound, and many of these words are basic verbs that we use a lot, like make and take. In this video, we will learn how to say words with the I and A gliding vowels correctly. We will examine how we typically spell words with these sounds. We will practice saying words and sentences with the I and the A, and then we will test your newly acquired skills. So let's correct these speaking mistakes and start speaking accurate English. Are you with me? Let's go!